Today, we're going to talk about falling in love with yourself. Thank you so much for joining from home or wherever you are. I suggest that you settle in because today's show might hit a real nerve. 7 laws take effect in my home state of Texas. As you said, your father is white, so I'm curious when you say when you would be in a room full of white people. I watched your video many, many times. I know that yours is one of several that have been taking off on social media. I appreciate you joining us. And more important, I appreciate you being unapologetic about who you are. As you said, a human and what you represent in both of your parents. I told y'all this hour is something else. I know that it's been a journey for you to get to this comfort level to discuss this. I would imagine particularly because your skin is brown, of African Americans, me. When you would tell Black friends, okay, I identify with my Asian heritage. I thought a lot about, remember Tiger Woods was on the Oprah Winfrey Show and he said he was cobbling Asian. People ridiculed him and mocked him when what I believe he was trying to say is, I'm both my mother and my father. When you would tell your friends, I identify with my mother's heritage, I know it wasn't always well received. So how did you explain it? You've been having this for years. I know that you've talked about it in college, and that's powerful, Thomas, for you to hear, because I know that you've said you've struggled with that feeling of Latino enough. Obviously, my child is mixed race, and my husband is Jewish. If you take off your mask, I take off mine, and let me be the Black Southern woman I am, and you be the white Polish person, or whatever you are, then we can respect each other. I don't want you to hide your identity. I want you to embrace it. I worked in Chicago for 10 years. One of the things I loved about Chicago were the ethnic neighborhoods. Every year, his Irish mother would make me punchkis. I never knew what they were, and I tore them up like they were, thank you. I was like, yes. I think it's more fun. And I just said Patrick Elwood was Irish, he's Polish, and I know his mother's calling me right now. That's on TV. Your dad is Indian British and your mom is English Irish. I'm sure like the rest of our guests, at some point in time, someone would say to you, what are you? How did you learn how to answer that? That's why your hair is like that.
Yes.
And I've talked
it becomes this sort of...
The classic video game character, Leon Kennedy in Resident Evil. I am scared just saying Resident Evil, full disclosure. Writing this book, and I highly recommend that if there's a child in your life or someone in your life, you should share this with them because there's a lot of pain that can come with this conversation. By the way, Avon, Resident Evil, welcome to Raccoon City. Scares me saying the name of this film. Thank you so much. I love people with a lot of titles because that means you can answer a lot of questions for it. Do you think we're getting better at this conversation because of the number of multiracial children? I even made sure in this show that my team didn't find people who were just Black and white. That's why I love you saying that, because I think that's why we all buy these kits and we search our backgrounds, because we are curious and we want to share that with each other. And that's why I celebrate the notion of not being colorblind. I don't like when people say they don't see color, because I want to see everything that you are. I want to see every religion that's formed you, every ounce of blood from wherever your ancestors are formed that formed you, because I think that builds respect. Fall in love with yourself. We'll see you next